Welcome, everybody. I'm Katy Wallace. This is today's talk on bone health and nutrition. Next month, on Wednesday, May 22nd, I'm going to talk about nutrition tips for reducing inflammation. So I hope you'll tune in with me then. This talk is for health education reasons only and should not take the place of medical advice. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. We'll have some time at the end for questions. Okay, so if you're tuned in today, you probably don't need to be convinced that bone health is important, but I wanted to begin anyway with an understanding of the disease osteoporosis, which is when there's a decrease in bone mass or bone density. And this is a problem because it results in an increased risk for breaking bones. It can affect both men and women. Although women are more susceptible. In fact, a third of American women will develop osteoporosis severe enough to cause a fracture or a broken bone in their lifetime. So I wanted to give this talk today because oftentimes one-on-one speaking with people are asking me for support with bone health. And I just wanted to make this information available to a broader audience. I do record all of these programs and you can find them on my website. This one will be released probably in a couple weeks. All right, so the issue of bone health really is mostly a modern disease, so far as we know. When scientists look back and compare some of the problems we're having today with bone breaks and loss of bone mass, they do find that women who lived before us, in this example, even prehistoric women had much stronger bones to the tune of 15% stronger arm bones than today's women rowers, women who are professional athletes that work on their arms with their arms all the time, and up to 30% stronger bones than non-athletes today. So scientists think this is the case, that people had a lot stronger bones many years ago because they were physically having to do so much more manual labor to survive. And that manual labor resulted in the strengthening of bones. A more recent study comparing women from 2 centuries ago to modern day women found both premenopausal and postmenopausal women were a lot stronger, significantly stronger in their bones 2 centuries ago. So we do think that a lot of the problems with bone loss today have to do with our modern lifestyle and the various factors in it. One of the big things you can do, I'm going to talk about a lot of things in the talk today, but one of the most important things you can do to affect your bone density is strength training. So strength training means that you're lifting weights. You can start with your body weight, doing weight-bearing exercise, lifting heavy things, pushing heavy things. The act of physically moving and having to move heavy things promotes the response in the body to strengthen the bones. And so that is what scientists think is the best exercise. You can get some benefits from cardio exercise versus strength training, but the benefit is not as good. And depending on how you're exercising, it can determine whether or not you're strengthening an area. Like if you were a runner, then the bone density of your legs is probably better from the running, but your upper body, which doesn't experience as much stress from running, probably wouldn't get the same benefit, or your upper spine might not get the same benefit. So it's important to think about being holistic and working all parts of your body if you want to promote bone strength overall. So the key takeaway so far is your body responds to the stress or the lack of stress put on it. So if you don't put enough stress on your bones, then they won't be as strong as they could be. And if you do put more stress on them, then they will adapt and respond and become stronger.